Welcome back to the challenge. We've been focusing a bunch on opening up and standing evenly on the feet. So today we're going to begin the practice in Tadasana. Step up to the top of your mat. Press down into your heel bones with your arms at your side. Imagine you're standing with your back against the wall. Feel, visualize, and open up with the support of the wall. Allow for some swaying across the feet. Allow for some balance. And then feel the soles of your feet start to open. From your hips, grow and connect down through your feet. And from your feet, take energy up through the sides of the navel, up through the spine. All the way up through the sides of the skull, through the back of the skull. Then bring your palms together. With your eyes closed, take a slow, steady breath in. And let it out. Open your eyes, release your arms at your side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, make a flat back. Step your left leg back into a lunge and lower your knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, bend elbows out to the side, open the chest. Inhale, arms back up. Bring the hands to the mat. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, and step back into down dog. Inhale the left leg up from the inner thigh. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Step your foot up by your thumb, and inhale, make a flat back. Step your back leg forward and fold forward. Oh, it's getting real. Inhale, raise your arms up. Nelly just came on. It's getting hot in here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your right leg back into a lunge and lower your knee. Inhale, raise your arms up. I wonder what happened to that guy. Nelly. What happened to Nelly? Bend your elbows out to the side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Bring your hands down. Curl your back toes under. Lift your back knee. And step back. Downward facing dog. Raise the right leg up from the inner thigh. Exhale, knee to your chest, pull up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Inhale, make a flat back. Exhale, step your back leg forward and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your right hand to your outer hip. Sit your butt back a little bit deeper like you're sitting in your chair, then hook your left elbow to your right knee. Press the elbow down and draw the navel up the front of the spine. Sit bones aim straight back. Join your palms together, and as you press your index finger knuckles, spread the collarbones from the center of your chest to the tips of your shoulders. Then fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees and roll yourself up to stand. Inhale into chair pose. Bring your left hand to your left outer hip. Reach through the right fingertips as you sit the butt back a little deeper. Then hook your elbow to your knee. As you press the elbow down, lift up the front of the spine and join the palms together. Press the index finger knuckles and let the collarbones spread from the center of your chest to the tips of your shoulders. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees and roll yourself up to stand slowly. Inhale into chair pose, bend the knees and sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, make a flat back. Step back into plank pose, one leg at a time. Good, so you have lots of chaturanga variations. You can hold your plank, you can set the knees down, or you can practice the full thing. Lower slowly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot for warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Chaturanga, or whatever variation you're practicing. And stretch back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So just remember, keep in mind, like in the case of Beth, very healthy, active person, but in order to activate her spinal muscles, it took her a whole year of practicing yoga, and that was regular with dedication. So don't expect that you'll be able to do that vinyasa overnight. Be honest with where you are in your practice. Bend your knees and look forward. Step or float up to the front. Inhale, Ardha. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back. Press up to stand, Samasthiti. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose. Open your chest and hold. Stretch back into dog pose. Step your right foot for warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Then open up to your side for warrior two. Reach and put your hand down onto the outside of your foot, onto the block, and take your left arm all the way over your ear. Come back up into warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale. Modified side angle, put your hand down onto the inside of your foot. Left arm up. Then internally rotate your left arm and wrap it behind your back. Take your arm back up. Press to your feet and come back up into warrior two. Bring your hands to the mat, step back to down dog. Inhale into plank pose, chest open. Knees down or not, shift forward and lower slowly to elbow height. Lift straight back up. Stretch back into down dog. Warrior one, step your left foot, inhale, reach up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Extended side angle, reach and put your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Take your right arm all the way over. Warrior two, inhale, come back up. Reverse, flip your palm and inhale. Back to warrior two. Modified side angle, reach and put your hand down onto the inside. Then internally rotate your right arm and wrap it behind your back. Lift the chest, roll the shoulder open. Take your arm back up. Press to your feet and come back up to warrior two. Then straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in so your feet are parallel. Stand tall here. Expand into your body. So imagine that your body was like, you had a skin suit on that was a size too big, and then you were trying to fill out into that giant skin suit. Turn your legs to the right. Stay big in your skin suit and reach out into triangle. Bend your knee and step into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. We'll try it with the floor instead of the block. We'll see how it goes. Then bend your right knee. Slide back into warrior two. Nice. Straighten your right leg. Change sides. Reach out over your left leg, triangle. Bend your knee, slide your hand and foot in front of your pinky toe, and step up. Now you can see that Stacy raises her leg high enough so that it matches the line of her spine. She recreates the Tadasana spine. If you have the opening in your hip to be able to do that with the hand on the floor, then go ahead, hand on the floor. But if you don't have enough opening in your pelvis, then you have to raise your hand up higher. Bend your knee as smooth as you can, warrior two, transition back. Then bring your hands to the mat, step back to down dog or out of vinyasa. Bring your feet together and roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Take your right arm up. Remember, you can always set your knee down if it bothers your shoulder at all. Down dog, stretch back. Change sides, roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Take your left arm up. Down dog, stretch back. Look in between your hands and hop to seated. Come into boat pose, Navasana. Bring your knees up, arms forward. Geez, you got the best boat. Lower slowly into low boat pose. Hit the like button if you like Stacy's boat. Like my status. Come back up into boat pose. Then cross your legs at the shins, put your hands next to your hips. Lift your hips first with the feet down. Then see if you can lift your feet too. Boat pose, bring your buttock down, knees up. Low boat pose, lower slow. Now remember, if you have tight hamstrings and hips, better to do it with your knees bent on both the poses. Come back up into boat, cross the legs the other way, and lift up. Good, then lower your hips down. Take your hands a foot behind you, put your feet on the floor, open up the front of your shoulders, and lift your chest. Now phase one, just hold here, especially if the shoulder's weak or injured. Just work on opening up your chest as you stretch into your feet. If the shoulder is healthy enough to, then start to lift your hips up. But if you feel that the chest collapsed and the shoulders turned in, it's better to just stay in the last pose and work on the opening of the chest. Just remember, we don't want to be strengthening a closed chest. All that does is create more postural tension in a negative way. Then lower your buttock down onto the floor. Sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring your left heel to the outside of your right hip. Right ankle onto the outside of your left knee. Wrap your arm around your knee and twist. Yeah, now notice how Stacy's sitting on a block to help sit upright. So if, just sit on a block like Stacy and twist. Come back to center, change sides. Back to center. Then sit flat, stretch your legs out in front of you. Get upright over your sit bones and stretch your arms forward in Dandasana. Notice how upright Stacy's spine is, like she's up against the wall. If you start to sink back, then I recommend practicing this with your back against the wall. Raise your arms up. Then as you reach into the front of the sit bones, grow as tall as you can. Lift up from the outer shoulder blades into the fingers. Then grow the legs and open the soles of the feet. Two more breaths here. Then take your arms straight out in front of you. Bend your knees slightly and roll yourself down onto your back, one vertebra at a time. And lie down for corpse pose. Open your arms at your side. Let your feet fall open. Then gently bend your knees. Roll over to your right side. And press up to seated. Thank you. Namaste. All right, so remember to hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.